Welcome to Pebble Beach. My name is Sam Mann. We're exhibiting a 1932 Bugatti Type 49 Roadster in hazy but soon to be sunny Pebble Beach. The origins of the car were with a very wealthy French nobleman. He made hats for women at a time when women were not wearing hats, and he pioneered the fashion. And he became fabulously wealthy making hats. And he loved Bugattis. So at one point in his career, he approached Bugatti, bought this car, and had it sent to the firm of La Bourdette in Paris to have a body built. In those days, most of the car manufacturers built the mechanical systems, but the bodies were often done by independent coach builders. Within this hobby, there are numerous people around the world whose passions were for the cars but couldn't afford to buy them, and worked out their passions by becoming historians of those vehicles. I guess as a people, we love documents, so there are documents that accumulate. Started with a motor scooter at 14 and a motorcycle at 15, and just cars from the time I was about 20 on. And I got into collecting cars in a semi-serious way back about 30 years ago. But then we've been buying and restoring cars pretty much since the mid-'80s. This is our 28th year at Pebble Beach. There's all kinds of great historical associations. One of the cars that we've had here belonged to Clark Gable. Another car was built for Walter Chrysler, the owner of the company himself, a one of a kind. And many of these cars, if not most, are all one of a kind. So you can imagine what the challenge is to build every car anew and to be able to create so many different looks and styles. And you think about today, cars are punched out on big machines and every car is the same and they just go together like that. These are all handmade. Every one of these cars you see was hammered out of a flat sheet of steel by an artisan, and give you a sense of the workmanship that's involved and the time involved.
My name is Garth Hammers. I'm a specialist with Gooding & Company, and today we're in Pebble Beach. Gooding & Company is the official auction house of the Pebble Beach Concours, and we've been doing auctions on this site since 2004. It's a great experience being in Pebble Beach all week, really. Of course, it concludes with the Concours on Sunday, but there are other events all week, and of course the Gooding auction is Friday afternoon, 5 o'clock, and then Saturday morning, 11 a.m. We get lots of compliments, and it's sort of a show on its own. It's fascinating to watch the bids come in and watch the little celebrations that happen when someone is a successful bidder on an important lot. And Charlie Ross, of course, our auctioneer, is world famous.
8.7, 8.8. I mean, it's a California Spider, it's not a bicycle.
The Dusenberg company in Auburn, Indiana, was purchased by E.L. Cord in the late 20s, and the instruction was to build the ultimate American classic. At a time when a Ford was $400 or $500, Dusenberg was approaching $20,000. So it was for a select group of people. They're straight 8 dual overhead cam engines that make 265 horsepower. They were incredibly fast, extremely well made, and they were clothed by the greatest coach builders around the world. Behind me here is a 1930 Dusenberg Model J Sport Berline by Murphy Coach Builders. It's just absolutely spectacular. It was restored by Chris Charlton on the East Coast. The thing you may notice is that it's a practically indescribable color of not quite violet, not quite blue, but just ultra blue violet, we'll call it that. Beautiful, beautiful restoration, original engine, chassis, body. It was built for George Whittle. He was the most prolific Dusenberg customer. He had 6 cars built over the years, each one more spectacular than the last. This one, a Sport Berline, he had built for his mistress. So they call it the mistress car. Yeah. You'll notice very low window lines, doors that extend up into the roof, which was unheard of at the time. The body is built without a wooden substructure, So it was technologically advanced for the time. And George Whitell is known for having had spectacular taste.